Alright. Looks like we're in business. Cool. Let me know if the audio levels are weird or off or anything. But hey, we're playing StarCrawlers! For those of you not familiar with it, StarCrawlers is a first-person sci-fi RPG in the style of like Legend of Grimrock or Eye of the Beholder, but it has randomly generated elements, and you kind of a little bit roguelike-esque. I'm in like playing just like one of the very first missions. And the Void Psyker, which is like my character right now, is one of the ones that was recently updated. So it has all of its abilities intact and everything. This game is in early access right now. Oh boy, this is taking a while. Drain. But it has turn-based combat, kind of similar to. It looks a lot like Dragon Warrior or Dragon Quest, but it has some really cool, like. Every character has different kinds of skills, different ways that they fight. So I started off with the Void Psyker. You can choose whoever to start with. Oh, they've got heavy armor. Hell yeah! But yeah, you navigate by moving through these areas. They're randomly generated, which is really cool. And you can see enemies before they get to you. It's not like Final Fantasy where they just randomly go into combat. As far as I know, you see enemies before you fight them. Anyway, you take jobs from a hub area, and it puts you on, like, there's some story missions and the randomly generated missions, and you gather loot and level up, and it's an awesome time. Yeah, you got it. Just like Wizardry, any of the old PC RPG games, this is definitely based on that. Although you get this nice, like, free look, which is cool because you get to see all the neat art. There's a tablet here. So I'm probably not going to read all through all the text or anything. We'll just like probably skip a lot of this stuff. But it looks like some shady dealings between the two of the crew, according to the log. So we only have one character, but as soon as we get more money, we're going to recruit some more characters. So then the battles are way more interesting. It starts out a little bit slow when you only have one character. Oh, here's an enemy. We saw him there. So, in case you didn't know, I did the music for this game. Finished it quite a while ago, and the game is currently in early access, and they're updating it constantly and listening to feedback from beta players, and it's really fun to come back to this and see how it's improving. Gabriel's asking about my my FTL poster. The FTL guys gave me that after the game released, and I had it framed. And it's a nice reminder of, you know, how I got where I am. By the way, the battle system doesn't look very exciting right now, but that's because I only have one character. When you get more characters, you can do more interesting things, and the turn-based combat is much more interesting. But after this level, we'll probably get another. Character after this. Man, we're getting all sorts of loot. I should probably look at my character here and see what I can do. So we've got a blade. And let me see here, loadout. Okay, so we've got this flickering shield. does 15% damage. This one does 17% and has 4. Oh, okay. We got a little thing for stat changes. That's nice. Plus 2%. Let's do that. Hello. You haven't missed much. I only just started, so right now I'm equipping my character here. We can do this level. We can do this heavy armor, but it decreases our dodge ability, but not by much. Let's try it. And then we've got this sword, Umbrous Blade, and this one is a little bit better, more threat, more critical hit, but everything else is not as good. So I think I'll keep what I have. All right. Back to the game. Yes, StarCrawlers does have a character class system. I'm playing as the Void Psyker, and I will be recruiting more characters as we go. I'm just on like the very first mission. So we go through this and we get some money, and then we can hire other characters. Void Psyker is a class. The classes all have very different play styles. Can I go in this container? Oh yeah, medkits. The Void Psyker generates like void energy, just some kind of mystical stuff. I don't really know exactly how they work, but you have all these cool ability trees, which you put points in it. When you start, you get 3 ability points, and then you go from there and build up cool powers. So I have this drain thing. You attack, you do extra damage, and you drain their shields, and you gain void energy. So the Void Psyker builds up void energy, and then you can use void energy later for other things. So you get like, here's like whispers. You consume 30 void energy, and attempt to seize control of the target to charm them for 1 turn. That sounds awesome. So yeah, void energy is supposed to be like scary Cthulhu energy. Hey, Spax! Hey, it's a good turnout. Thanks everybody for coming onto the stream. Feel free to ask any questions about the game or the soundtrack. Should probably turn up so I can actually hear the soundtrack a little better. We looked in there. Oh yeah, we're gonna go this way. And down this hall. Yeah. So you can hit M to look at a big map, which is cool, and you can move it around. That's where we came in. I forget what our current mission is. Oh yeah, there's all these different factions, and you have like, you have reputation with all of them. Let's see here. Sometimes if you use the free look, you can find like money on the ground or anything. Oh, if you guys having a hard time hearing the sound, let me know. Cause yeah, I'll turn up the music. Sometimes if you have the music too loud, it's hard to hear the speaking. But if you guys think it's too quiet, I will alter the levels of the stream. All right, we're looking for these medical supplies, and we can either sell them. We got a call from this group called Chimera who wanted to get it, and they would pay us for it. We can also learn about it. The levels are randomly generated. There are story missions. I believe they take place on randomly generated ships still anyway. But yeah, it's not static in the way that Legend of Grimrock is. We're gonna deliver to Chimera. They'll pay us some money. Yeah. Okay. Let's take a look in here. Oh, we're in the cockpit. This is really cool. Oops. Anything? Ooh, hidden stash. Sweet pistol. Alright. Like I said before, we're probably not gonna like wait for the story. You can discover the story on your own by playing the game. Alright, we overrode the lock. Enemy. So I'm generating void energy as I fight, but I don't really have any way to use it yet because I'm too low level. I do like the way that the menus are built, where you click on the enemy and then you get your options. I think that's really cool. It works really well. The group Power Up Audio did the sound effects for the game. They do all sorts of cool sounds for a lot of indie games. If you look them up, you'll see. They did the sound effects for Towerfall as well, and lots of other games. Bam! Alright, let me take a look at the map. Okay, we got a couple of doors left to check out. This way, down this way. I did the sound effects for FTL and Gravity Ghost, but I don't do sound effects anymore. Ooh. Anything cool? No. Oh, cool. Ah, yes, I remember this. So I've played through this before. You open this crate and So yeah, for those of you just joining, I'm playing StarCrawlers. My name is Ben Prunty, and I did the music for StarCrawlers and FTL and Gravity Ghost. And this is my show Overdub, where I play one of my own games and talk about the music, do like a Q&A, and usually give away copies of the soundtrack or the game. I do have some Steam keys for this game. Hopefully we'll get rid of this guy before we... Oh, miss! Ugh. He has so many hit points. Gabriel asks, what was your main inspiration for the StarCrawlers Dirty Jazz? That's a good question. I wanted to do some kind of like kind of wanted to have like kind of a sound of like a seedy bar in space. So I was trying to think of like, what would a seedy bar in space sound like? Because you spend a lot of time at this like place called Styx, which is like an old space station that's sort of been reconstituted, and has a bar called Doc Sam's. And yeah, so I was trying to think of like what would it be like to hear that, and like I didn't want it to be like too synth heavy. I wanted it to sound more like gritty and dirty and more like kind of like exotic. That's sort of where the idea came from. And then I found that Bazantar instrument, which you hear in a lot of stuff. I don't think you can hear it in this song, but it's in a lot of the soundtrack. Boy, this is going to take a while. I promise that the fights get more interesting than this later on, but we just have to get through this earlier part. I have not seen Cowboy Bebop, so I don't know. Got him. Got some cool stuff. So we found a weird robot. Now we can go back to the ship. Go back to the bar. Get our reward. Actually, there's another room we haven't really explored. Nah, we'll just leave. Let's get some more characters so this gets more interesting. Where am I going here? Alright. Turn to Styx? Yes. Alright, wants to look at it. Alright, we're... Oh yeah, this way we get a new character. Yes, let's do it. Fix it up. I want to kill a robot on my team. That sounds great. Yeah, look at this guy. Alright, so we getting a job here. We're looking for a black box. Let's get to work. Alright, first we're going to recruit teammates. Let's recruit the prototype. Thrasher Mark 5. Recruit this guy, and we'll recruit... I really like the engineer. The engineer builds little robots, which is awesome. Alright, we're recruiting the engineer too, named Bear. Alright, now we got 3 characters, so things are going to get more interesting now. Alright, so let's, we've got an ability point for Ashkey. Consume 30 void energy. That's pretty cool. Shadow Bolt. That sounds cool. take that. Oh, I can't actually take Ignite. What's this one? Shadow Coil. I don't think it's a bug. I think they just decided that there was no male or female for the prototype. It's kind of, I mean, how different is it going to be? A killer robot, male or female? All right, I'm gonna take. I really like this drain thing. I'm gonna take more of that. Alright, and then let's see here. Gotta do Thrasher's abilities here. He's got arm cannon. It takes a turn to charge. But it does 150% weapon damage. Oh yeah, and he's got, so the prototype is interesting because he's like pretty powerful, but he can malfunction, which is kind of fun. Stinging insult. That's kind of cool. Alright, I like this because it sounds cool. Chaotic shot. And we'll get the arm cannon. Maybe 2 arm cannon. Maybe even 3 arm cannon. Let's do it. And then we've got Bear. So Bear can, let's build Junker. That's pretty awesome. And Bolty. We'll get, oh cool. So if we do a rank 3 of Bolty, he deploys automatically. Let's do that. Alright, so we've got all of our characters. And we've got some other stuff to load out here. Let's see here. Give the Thrasher here the heavy armor. Alright, back. So, let's get ourselves a mission. So, now we can choose a whole bunch of different missions here. And some of these are randomly generated, some of them are story missions. This one's a story mission, a little star, I believe. And then I believe these are, the color corresponds to how difficult they are. So we've got the green or like normal, orange is challenging, or hard, and then red is very hard, because the level is higher. So let's do Bounty Hunt. Locate security officer and terminate them. Sounds pretty good. Hey, Master Sword! Thanks for joining. Master Sword is awesome. Master Sword has been here for, I believe, unless I'm wrong, every single live stream I've done, which is so cool. The art team on StarCrawlers put in lots and lots of little like weird details to find in levels. Like you get these magazines, they're like photos. You'll see pictures of the dev team in places. Oh god, robots. So now we've got lots of characters, and they all have different abilities. My engineer has Bolty, so it's like we even get yet another character, which is awesome. He sort of automatically attacks. Alright, so Thrasher, what's he got? We've got the Chaotic Shot, we've got the Arm Cannon we can charge. Or we can just shoot the thing. He does a lot of damage, which is awesome. Let's just shoot him. Bang. So we can deploy Junker. Let's do that. He attacks and I believe he tries to like gather junk for you, and then you can use junk to do stuff. Alright. Drain. Drain again. Yes. Alright, we're just gonna fire. Oh my god. Yeah, some of the animation things are just like awesome in this game. Alright, let's charge the Arm Cannon, see how that works. He goes pretty far back on the line, but I don't know if you guys ever played Final Fantasy X, but it has a similar like turn system as that one did, where you have like you have sort of like a line of characters, and they'll like different attacks will move them down the line to certain places. And I love that. I think Final Fantasy X had like one of my favorite battle systems for the Final Fantasy games. So good. Alright, so we got the Arm Cannon now. Boom! That was awesome. Yeah, Final Fantasy X was like... It was really cool how they made turn-based combat to feel so like fast and like sharp. Like it made older Final Fantasy games seem kind of slow in comparison, even though those were like that kind of real-time menu thing. Mangled coupling. Alright, I'll just take it. I named some of the songs in the StarCrawlers soundtrack after these like posters and stuff you find in some of the levels. I believe I did a song called "We Can Always Get Robots to Do Your Job" as one of the combat music things. Ooh, ah, robot. He's on his way. Let's see what's in this trash can first. Nice. Let's take a look, see if that's inventory? No. Not really sure. Loadout. Looks like it might be something for Bear here. Okay, it's a little bit slower, but it does more damage. Let's do it. Yeah, I agree. I had a lot of fun with the old Final Fantasies, but the battle system, like, it just never really worked. Just kind of weird. Alright, let's do more drain. Get some more void energy. Well, I still can't really do anything with it. Deploy Junker! And let's see here. That Arm Cannon was pretty awesome. Let's charge that Arm Cannon. Threat assessment. I think one of these things can heal the other one. Let's drain this guy. Ah, miss. Boom! I also really like that Bolt he flies with his, like, fist out. And just punches them. Alright, we're gonna have a Bolty taunt. So good. Charge that arm cannon. Just attack. Bolty will keep punching things. Alright, firing. Bam! Nice. Yes, so now you can see the battles are a lot more interesting as we go. Hello, Westbrook 12. Thanks for joining. Alright. Oh, jeez. Oh, I must have missed these guys. The little guy snuck up on me. Alright, drain. Thrasher's gonna charge his awesome arm cannon. Man, I love that thing. So I heard some people, they didn't like the engineer in this game, but I can't imagine. The engineer is so awesome. I mean, wouldn't you want to have robot friends? Drain. Oh no! He's got malfunction. Oh, well, he didn't seem to do okay. Just fire. So good. Alright, what is the Void Energy? Void Energy increases all damage you cause. Gaining Void Energy has a risk of overloading. If you overload, you vent all Void Energy explosively. Awesome. Sounds great. Charge that arm cannon. Thanks, Master Sword. Yeah, I really wanted the drums to sound cool. Like, oh boy, he's doing it again. I'll have to read up on what his malfunctioning does. So we got a question. How do you name your music? I noticed StarCrawlers soundtrack has a large variation, like Crawl Brothers, Coffee is for Closers, to Simplistic, Vacuum, and The Mines. You know, I wish I put a lot of effort actually into naming the StarCrawlers music. But it's sort of done after the fact. Like, I write the music and they usually have like generic names like Battle 1 and Battle 2 and like Exploration 1 or like Creepy Exploration or oh geez. What is that? Oh, it keeps more bots keep spawning in here. Oh well, more XP. So yeah, they have really generic names to start, and then I'll try to like, I'll play the game a lot near the end, just to take notes. Like I'll play and I'll take notes and I'll try to come up with ideas for names as I'm playing. And like, I like some of the names of the signs. I wanted like, StarCrawlers in particular has a kind of irreverence to it, where everything's kind of like. A lot of tropes are played for comedy, and there's a lot of like, the characters are really irreverent, and there's a lot of humor in the game. Oops, I meant to charge. Oh well. So, I kind of wanted to have a similar level of irreverence. Like, sometimes the names are serious, but sometimes they're like kind of goofy. Like, Coffee is for Closers. So yeah, I wish I could tell you that there was some like very deep inner meaning to the titles, but in this particular case, not as much. In Gravity Ghost, like, the names have more significant meanings related to, like... Related to... sort of, like, metaphors that I saw in Gravity Ghost, or, like, stuff that I thought might be resonant in some way. But StarCrawlers is more, like, just trying to have fun with names. Oh, I have full void energy now. Alright. Shoot. So, I hope that answers your question about... Oh, here we go. We're gonna fire the... Let's see here. Well, they both have quite a few hit points. We'll get this guy. The arm cannon. Oh, miss! Oh, I'll get a little bit of hit points. It's probably about time I give away some Steam keys, huh? Let me do that in just a minute here. I'll finish this battle and then I'll... we get a question here. LFG2000 asks, what digital audio workstation do you use to compose music? I use Cubase for everything. Charge that arm cannon again. Let's deploy Junker again. So yeah, Cubase for everything. It's one of the older digital audio workstations. It's been around forever. And I love it. I'm also learning to use... oh, another miss. I'm also learning to use Ableton, which is really awesome. So, someone's saying, I've been using FL Studio for years and have always considered switching to Cubase. Keep in mind that the best digital audio workstation is the one that you know the best. In my mind, they all kind of do the same thing. Cubase is kind of old-fashioned, and its interface is a little weird and obscure, and I don't necessarily... I don't know. It's a good one, and it has full like VST support, and VSTs are awesome. You can do a lot with it's a format for plugging in like digital instruments. Yes. Yeah, I haven't actually used FL Studio, so I don't know how good it is. I've heard a lot of good things about it. Like, there's a lot of fans. Been using it for a while. I would suggest like getting the cheap version or whatever like first and just using it for a bit and seeing how you like it. There's like $100 version, or just like find a friend who may have it or somebody and like give it a try first before you go switching to it. Alright, so I'm going to switch out of here for a second and give you guys a code. A couple of soundtrack codes here. Actually, we'll give out game codes. So here are a couple of Steam keys for StarCrawlers. Keep in mind it's in early access, the game is not done, but it's really cool already. As you can see, there's a lot of polish. But yeah, give it a try. Here it comes. Steam keys. Bang. Alright, give me just a second here. I'll give out a couple more later. And now we'll get back to the game here. Alright, resume. So this is one of my favorite tracks from the... Oh, well, now we're not hearing it. Alright, deploy Junker. Charge your arm cannon. Yeah, I would definitely say, like, definitely give Cubase a try. It's incredibly powerful, and it has, like, 30 years of, like, design behind it. Yes. Man, that arm cannon feels so good to use. It's awesome. I'm trying out Ableton and I really love it. I love the live features. It's super cool. And I will be using Ableton in my eventual live music show when I actually get around to it. The hardest part is learning guitar, so that's what I'm really focusing on. Arm cannon! So cool. Ashky's getting a little low. Should probably do a... Oh, jeez. Just damaged her. Oh, Ashky fainted. Alright, whatever. We're good, we're good. Shoot. Also shoot. Yes. Man, we're getting all sorts of stuff. I should get out of here before more enemies spawn. Alright, let's look at our loadout. Let's see, the prototype probably might need something new. Or maybe not. Most of the stuff's kind of lame. This is a little better. Oh, this is... Damage block 29%. Plus 25%. 29, 26%. Yeah, this looks great. We'll get some extra hit points. Yeah. So yes, the live show is sort of, I'm planning it as a one-person act. It's gonna be me with Ableton and my guitar, and it's gonna be a kind of electronic funk music, and I'm gonna be using Ableton to set up loops and playing guitar and probably recording loops with the guitar and accompanying myself, playing funk guitar or whatever else. I'll do like rearrangements of music from my games, like FTL or StarCrawlers or whatever, Frank and John, Gravity Ghost stuff, and my own, you know, whatever else I want to make. I might also do, like, get a drummer sometimes, and then just focus on doing, like, guitar and, like, synth work, and have, like a jazz drummer. I have a friend who's a really excellent drummer, and he would be perfect for like what style I'm going for. These are awesome. I haven't seen this art before. This looks really cool. I like these little spore things. This is really cool detail. I haven't found any money lying around. Usually you can find money. Oh, I like the structure of this room, too. Oh god. Robots. I have not heard of him. John Bryan, I don't know of him. That sounds cool, though. I'll have to look it up. Alright, Thrasher. Charge that arm cannon. Do some Yes, go Bolty! I'm your biggest fan, Bolty. So when I was a kid, I used to watch Mystery Science Theater a lot, and I desperately wanted my own robot friends when I was a kid. I thought they looked like they had so much fun. I didn't even like get half the jokes on the show, but they looked like they were having so much fun because they do those like crazy skits between the show segments, the movie segments, and They always looked like they were having so much fun, and I thought it'd be so cool if I had my own robot friends. And I always wanted it. I'm well on my way to being an old man because I tell stories that have no point. Like that. Let's see here. Taunted and Corrosion. I'm still not really sure what Taunted does. Taunted. Force to target Junker when using single target attacks for 1 turn. Oh, nice. And Corrosion deals 25 damage. Yeah. Charge that arm cannon. Yes, go Bolty. Alright, good. I'm glad you guys, glad you can appreciate the weird stories of mine. How's Bolty doing? He's good. I need to heal. Oh man, this guy's taking forever. No, we got him down quite a ways. Cannon! Got him. I'm excited to actually get stuff to use Void Energy with. Seem to be just using the same attack over and over with the Void Psyker. Alright. Junker again. These guys will attack. Yeah, they did a good job, especially with the sound effects in this game, making the fights feel really punchy and like exciting, even if all you're doing is like pretty basic attack. Uh-oh. Oh boy, he's building up to malfunction pretty high. You like laughs, I love that. Are there any Mystery Science Theater fans in the chat? Because man, that has got to be like my favorite show probably ever. Ah. Cannon! See, that just standard attack. Yeah, it doesn't really do much damage. Well, I believe you can watch some episodes of Mystery Science Theater on Netflix. So it might be worth... Ugh, creepy. This is new to me. Let me... Oh, this might be the security officer we have to defeat. Oh, cool, you watched the Rift Track Starship Troopers? I always wanted to see that, but... yeah, it looked awesome. Let me make sure we've got... Our health is all good before we fight this guy. Yeah, I think we're doing alright. Alright, so we gotta defeat this guy. Let's do this. Yeah, Rift Tracks is another great thing to watch. If it's the same guys. Mike Nelson, Bill Corbett, and Kevin Murphy doing pretty much the same thing that they did with Mystery Science Theater, and it's totally worth watching. It's amazing. They do tons of shorts, and I love the shorts. Watching weird old educational videos from like the 50s through the 70s is just like such a great experience in itself. Oh, he's calling reinforcements. What a jerk. So he got 630. He's got some armor. No shields though. Time to hit him with the arm cannon. Taunt. Charge. I think I've seen some of the Red Letter Media movie reviews. It's been a while though, but I seem to remember really liking them. Ooh, that was no good. Looks like there aren't sound effects yet for this guy. Yeah. Uh-oh. Loses control. Oof. Okay. Well, not so bad. Taunt, taunt, taunt. Man, it's kind of dark having his body just lying there. Yeah. Oh yeah, I watched a little bit of that Avatar Last Airbender movie. I love the TV show Last Airbender. It's like one of the best shows on television. But that movie, ooh, oh boy. Ooh, is that something I can pick up? Nope. Here we go. Oh yeah, cred stick. Got some monies. Oh, and a chest. Yeah. Got some armor. Tactical armor? Awesome. Let's take a look at that. Plus 5% dodge. Okay, so it's higher dodge, but less armor. Eh. We're good. Let's look at the map here. Boy, there's a lot of level we haven't explored. I guess we'll keep going. You can see on the left here, it's we've got the... We completed the mission, so now we just have to get off the... Get out of this office thing. Lab. So yeah, when you play this game, be sure to like look around everywhere because you'll find lots of little secret things. Oh, we stepped on a pressure plate. Let's jam the pneumato wrench underneath, try to break the trigger alarm. That sounds good. Didn't work. Balls! Oh boy. Well. Let's see. Should we try to fight our way through? Let's do it. Oh, Ashky's kind of getting low on health. Huh. Ooh. Really low. You're gonna use a medkit. Charge that arm cannon. I watched the first season of Korra and I thought it was really cool. And I watched the second season, got almost all the way through, I think, and I thought it was actually really terrible, and I stopped watching it. Although I heard it gets better after second season. But man, second season was just like, it was like almost difficult to watch. It was such a mess. But the first season was so fun. It doesn't have the depth that Last Airbender had, but the production value was so good, at least in first season. Second season, I know that they went for the different animation studio to do second season, but man, first season was like dazzling to watch. It was like watching, it felt like watching like a feature film, but it was like a show. And that was just like so exciting and awesome. So yeah, I definitely recommend first season. Don't know about second. But yeah, Master Sword says it gets better too. Yeah, I keep hearing that. So I might go back and watch third season. It's pretty tough to get me to watch anything. I have a hard time like sitting down to watch TV. My attention span for it is dubious at best. Boom! Probably should head out of this area because our hit points are getting low and we don't have a lot of ways to heal. One might say no ways to heal. Get out of here! Still chasing me? Yep. Get away from me! Let me see here. You want to go straight down. More enemies. Let's get out of here. Yep. I'd say that StarCrawlers is definitely like the most ambitious soundtrack I've done so far. Like, it's a lot of tracks. Hey, we got money. Collect. What's it called again? Wiregram? Oh yeah, the wire is sort of the equivalent of the internet in this world. Alright, so let's see. Medical bay? I need to buy some of these. 150? Maybe we can hire a healer instead. I don't know if there are any healer type characters. So we've got Cyber Ninja. By the way, Rocky, which is the default name of the Cyber Ninja, is the name of one of the developers. I like the Foresighter because art is cool. Defending allies, target elimination, controlling and manipulating. It might be cool to get the Smuggler. The Smuggler is another character that was recently updated. Sorry, reading the chat. Live by Foma. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but you're asking about scale. What is it that you're asking about scale? You say what about scale, but I'm not really sure what you mean. Breaking stuff and shooting things. I'm gonna do the Smuggler. Let's recruit Smuggler. Have another character on our team. Let's do a harder mission, or we could do a story mission here. Black box. Or do one of these more difficult ones. It's supposed to be level 3. Oh yeah, well Scale is still like, Scale's kind of early. I haven't really done much for Scale yet. A lot of the style keeps changing in the game, so I haven't really been writing anything for Scale yet. We're still kind of working out exactly how we want it to sound. Development has been steady, but it's been very slow on that game, so still working on it. Alright, I'll take this story mission. Take everybody with me. But yeah, Scale's still just too early to say how ambitious it will get. I played a recent build of Scale, and it is awesome. Like, it's coming together really well. It feels really good. So we're on the Stella Marin, which is like one of the major plot points of the game. Let's talk with Workers United. They sound more trustworthy. Okay. Yeah, that... Thank you, I'm glad you like the track I posted. I'm not sure we're going to keep with that style that you hear in that track. I want to do something different than what was posted in there. Yeah, it looks a lot different than the original Kickstarter. Well, maybe not all that much different. It looks kind of like the screenshots there. There's a lot more story in place and a lot of dialogue that's in place now, which is really cool. And yeah, it's looking really cool, and the puzzles are really good, and there's a good like flow. But yeah, I think we want to have a more like, I want it to sound more like progressive rock or something. And I think Steve, who's the lead on the game, kind of wants that too. So I think it's gonna get, I'm gonna be busting out the guitar is basically what I'm saying. So it's gonna sound very different than anything else that I've done. Ooh. Look at all this stuff. Oh, sweet. Totes plushie incorporated Blade of the Bear. That sounds pretty amazing. Pistol of the Bear. Alright, let's take all this stuff. Oh yeah, this does way more damage. Done. Shield is better too. Well, Ashki seems to be the one who takes the most damage, so we'll give it to her. Oh, thanks, Master Sword. This, you mean this level music that's playing right now? This is actually one of the first tracks I did for the soundtrack. Did it way back in, I don't know, 2013? Should probably be checking out these weapons for all the characters here. Should have sold a lot of this stuff too. I didn't think of that. There's a shop in the bar where you can at Styx, I mean, where you can sell stuff. Yeah, Crawl Brothers. Well, that was a pretty fun one. That was originally supposed to be for like a crane game, mini game, where you'd like, you know, like the vending machine, like cranes at stores, where you try to get the claw game, try to get prizes from it. So they had this idea that they were going to do that, and they wanted music to go with it. So I wrote that Crawl Brothers track to be deliberately chiptune-y. I did not expect it to be anyone's favorite. That's cool. It's a little bit better, I guess, by 1%. I guess we'll do it. All right. Keep going. So I had this idea, like I wanted them to do the claw game, but then I wanted you to be able to hack the claw game to like get things in your favor. I don't think they ever implemented that. But I thought it would be cool, like you'd get items like that were like little hacking devices, and it would change, it would alter the rule sets of the claw game, and like you could change things up so that maybe you'd get like the item that you wanted. The idea was you could get items from the claw game that you could use in the game, like weapons or whatever, armor and stuff. I have not seen it implemented yet. I don't really know if they're still going with it. Because it's now been, the Crawl Brothers music's now been used for hacking. I like this change of like scenery suddenly, that's pretty cool. Like here's like this back room, these pipes and stuff, and you come out here and it's all nice and luxurious. These fancy seats. Ah! It's a waiter bot! Alright, speaking of the soundtrack... Oh, I forgot to assign ability points to Baracus, the smuggler. Well, we will do that in a moment here, after we defeat this guy. He's got a lot of hit points. Deploy Junker! After we defeat this guy, I'll give away some, oh no. Give away some copies of the soundtrack. I've got some soundtrack keys for you, too. So the characters are animated like paper dolls, basically. They're 2D art that have been rigged to have like joints, and then an animator, one of the animators will animate their movements. The soundtrack key is just for the soundtrack. It's a Bandcamp download code for the soundtrack on Bandcamp. It's not a game key, although I have some Steam keys for the game as well that I'll be giving away. Alright, we almost got this waiter guy. What are some game soundtracks you've been admiring or do admire that aren't your own? Miss. Okay, well we got him anyway. I should have been paying attention to his hit points anyway. You may notice that the busser bots throw dishes at you as their attack, which I love. Let me think. What is something that I've been playing recently that I like? I started replaying Castlevania Lords of Shadow, which is a favorite of mine, and that game has a fantastic soundtrack. A lot of people missed Lords of Shadow, I think, because the reviews weren't very good, but man, that game is great. You should definitely pick it up. Oh, Bolty's gonna die soon. That's okay. We can just... He'll get over it. Is that thing that flies by and hits enemies supposed to look like the Serenity? No, it's Bolty. It's a robot with his fist out. I think that's why he maybe kind of looks like Serenity. You got a tactical shield. Alright. Did we use the wrong fork or something? Alright, oh yeah, let's assign ability points from Baracus here. We got an explosive trap. Place an explosive trap when enemies attack or act. There is a 20% chance of trigger, dealing 75 to 100% weapon damage, and stun for 10 to 30% of your weapon time unit cost. Akimbo. When you equip a pistol, you'll automatically equip a duplicate second pistol, doubling the number of attacks with your weapon. Shoot the target for 100% weapon damage and a random target for 50%. Man, that sounds awesome. Done. Cheap tricks. Coin toss. Pay 1 credit to toss a coin in the air and attack a target for 100% weapon damage. Heads. Deal 100% bonus weapon damage and reduce time unit cost of coin toss by 20. Tails. A random combatant is struck with bad luck. Let's stick with Akimbo. Do 3 points in Akimbo. Oh, we got this. Push your luck. So, okay, Smuggler might be one of my other favorites just because they have random stuff. I love adding random elements to things. When targeted for an attack, there is a 50% chance you will shoot first for 30% weapon damage. That sounds pretty good. Awesome. Does anyone else have ability points to assign? No. Okay, let's give out some soundtrack keys. Let me pull up browser here. Alright, you guys ready? Because here they come. Give me just a second here. These are for just the soundtrack, not the game. And one more. Alright. In order to redeem that, give me a second, I'll get you the URL. Actually, I can just type it in. There you go. And now we'll return to the game. Alright, here we go. What do we got here? We got a big room. Hope you guys enjoy it. I always appreciate feedback too. If you ever want to let me know how it is, talk to me on Twitter. Or post a review. I always like having, if you ever want to post a review on my Bandcamp page, that's always nice too. What's in here? Ravaged Space Monkey Bear. Awesome. And a busted Enervile. Most of the environment art, I think, was done by Tony Galindo, and he is an awesome guy, and he does great environment art, like 3D art. Oh, we've met a guy. Waiter bot. I think he's got a little holographic mustache and bow tie. Alright, Baracus actually has a Akimbo! He's got abilities now. Charge arm cannon. Yeah, guys, enjoy the soundtrack. In a little while, I'll hand out a couple more Steam keys. For the game itself. Aw, miss. Oh, so disappointing every time. Kimbo. You know, Bolty, how's Bolty doing? Nah, he's good. He doesn't need healing. I can't wait to get more robots with the engineer. So how many people in the chat here have played StarCrawlers before? I know it's in early access, but as you can see, it's pretty well far along already. Yes! Yeah, the Kimbo is pretty cool. Hit 2 enemies at once. Oh, lost control. Ow. Yeah, we're doing alright. Yeah, when they approached me to do the soundtrack, they were like, "Oh, you know, we're doing this like randomly generated first-person RPG in space," and I was like, "You had me at randomly generated," because I freaking love any game with like procedural generation. I love like NetHack, and I love Spelunky, and of course, always enjoy playing FTL. Hey. Yeah, anything with random generation. I would love to make my own kind of roguelike someday. Although I have to actually come up with a good idea first. If you haven't, you should check out... I don't know how many roguelike fans we have, like pure roguelike, like the old ASCII style, but if... turn the lights on? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I've heard good things about that Caves of Kud, or whatever, however you pronounce it. But yeah, you should check out Cogmind. It's really cool. You play it as a robot, and you like blast apart other robots, and then use their attach their parts to your own robot body to get different abilities and stuff. It's really cool, and totally worth checking out. The developer seems really cool too. I talked to him a bit. Hey, we can check out the toilet. Hey, there's money in the toilet. Just like in real life. We can even step in the shower. Whoa, cool. Beat Cogmine. I've definitely not even gotten that close to beating it. What's in here? Saucy pictures. It's worth some money. Boy, that's pretty morally reprehensible, stealing someone's naughty pictures and selling them. Boop. Hit 7 letters. I have no idea. I guess I'll leave it alone for now. Maybe the password's somewhere else in this area. There's a picture of a cat on the bed, of course. Fungal research. Awesome. Oh, it's pickles. I'm guessing. Yes. Yeah, we got money. Even more money. Did they send us money? No. Alright, cool. So let's see here. We got more money. We got light switch. What does that do? I have not played Duskers, but it is on my list of games to play. It looks really cool. It kind of reminds me of Capsule, which I really liked. That was made by Adam Atomic. Adam Saltzman. It was a really cool, like, creepy exploration game. And I hear that Duskers is kind of similar. Man, all sorts of loot. Corporate holdings. Yeah, I'll definitely be sure to check out Duskers. Right now, all I've been doing is playing Mario Maker. It is my new favorite thing ever, and I have been playing it pretty much non-stop since it came out. I've built a bunch of levels. Oh god, it's a robot. You do fight things other than robots in this game. I just happen to be going to only levels that have robots. You know, I haven't looked at Overland yet. I know he keeps, like, talking about it a lot, but I haven't even had a chance to check it out. Anyway, you guys, if any of you are fans of Mario Maker, you should definitely check it out. I have not played Mario Maker on the stream. I still haven't really gotten a good setup for streaming console games. Well, you know, except for PS4, which has its own streaming built in. But, oh yeah, that would be really cool. That's a good idea. Thanks, Slack. I hope I'm probably completely butchering your name. But he's saying it would be fun if we played some of the viewers' levels. Yeah, that would be really cool. I will look into that. But I still don't really have a setup for live streaming console stuff. I got a card and could not get it to work properly. I'll have to... gotta keep working on that. So PC stuff only for now. But yeah, I'd love to do more console stuff, live streaming. It'd be really awesome. Yes. Oh, we almost got the waiter bot. Ooh, these guys, helper bots. They've got light armor too. Avermedia, I'll have to check that out. I don't even remember the brand that I got, but it was like, whatever was the highest rated on Amazon, I just sort of bought that. And, oh boy, there's a lot of enemies. I probably should have put more thought into it, but I figured, oh, it's the highest rated, it's probably pretty good, but it didn't work for me. Too many issues. What I'd really like to do is live stream music production. But I have a lot of technical hurdles behind that too. But someday I'll actually do live streaming of like my music production sessions, and it'll be really fun. Miss. That not really sure about. I really don't know much about capture cards, so. Get rid of this guy. Ah, miss again. Missing a lot here. How are my health? Ooh, Baracus is not looking good. Crap, I think Baracus is gonna get it. 9 hit points. We don't have any health. No. No med kits. This is gonna be bad. There he goes. Baraxis is down. Too many enemies. Perhaps something swell. Oh, nice. Yes. Yeah, this is good. Alright, down to two enemies. This is good. Oh, just one enemy. Yeah, also don't forget guys, my friend Joe and I will be live streaming more Legend of Grimrock tomorrow. Tomorrow at 7 p.m. Pacific time. I think we're at level 9 now of the dungeon. I'm not really sure how many levels there are total, but yeah, we're getting much further, and we're having a great time playing it. You should definitely. Oh, miss. Oh, it's so annoying when it misses. There we go. So yeah, you should join in tomorrow. Oh yeah, and I named the characters in Grimrock after viewers in the stream, Sfax and Master Sword, and a couple others. Let's see here. Yeah, I like Grimrock too. I did play some of it myself, and it's really cool. We'll probably get to it eventually. We're gonna try to finish the first Grimrock, and then we'll probably play some other stuff as a break, and then someday we'll get to Grimrock 2. Hit. It's a little faster. What else we got for pistols? This one's not as accurate, but it's faster. And that's a shotgun. Oh, maybe we should give the shotgun to Bear, because it's called the Shotgun of the Bear. Not as good. Alright, so we still haven't gotten the black box, wherever that is. So this level's a lot bigger than what this is one of the story missions. Oh yeah, this is kind of cool. We got this cool like mall area, kind of busted up. There's debris. Oh yeah, so these are like I think if we get caught by these cameras, then enemies attack us or something. I forget exactly what happens, but it's really cool to see like a large area, especially after you've been like wandering around the little cramped spots. Oh, there's a waiter bot coming after us. Oh, this pistol might be good. For, nope, loadout? Nope. I can never remember the button for the loadout. Oh yeah, that's really good. Boop. Oh, you know what? It's time to give away some Steam keys. Let's do this. Alright, you guys. These are Steam keys for copies of the game. The game itself. There you go, guys. Enjoy. Alright, we got a waiter bot coming this way. Oh, we got a couple of them. Ew. Ooh, who are these guys? Oh, it's not a waiter bot anymore. They're cop bots. Oh no. Oh my god. This is a more difficult mission. I've already lost a team member. Man, I probably should have done some smaller, easier missions before this, huh? So you guys saying that some of them aren't working? But one of you did get one. That's weird. I'll have to, Geez, I'm sorry, guys. I'll have to look into it. Duplicate product code. Okay. I'll have to... So, LFG, you got one of the codes. Did anyone else get a code from this recent batch that I just posted? Because usually duplicate code just means that someone just happened to redeem it before you, but like, if everybody's saying that that's what they got. Oh man, Ashky's gonna die soon too. Well, we're gonna cut it probably around 5, I guess, so... maybe we'll survive to that point? She's stunned too. So if anyone in the stream is taking multiple codes, I don't even know how you would do that, but don't do that. Yeah, there goes Ashky. Man, I don't know if we're gonna survive this. Ugh. Not doing well. Do different guy. Yes. I think we'll survive this fight, but just barely. Should take him. Ah, oh, miss. Yeah, I really can't say whether they were bad codes or not until I have confirmation that like people really weren't able to, that no one actually redeemed them. I can't really say whether or not they're bad codes or like someone just got them before you and is not mentioning, not saying so in the chat. I heard 2 people say they got. Okay, let's see here. He's got 185. This should take him out. Oh, another miss! Oh man, Thrasher's not gonna make it either. Oh hey, VG musicologist. StarCrawlers has gotten some changes in the skill system. Like they as of the last update, which was yesterday, I think, all the skill systems are like now in place, and they did a lot of it based on user feedback. Oh, I just got Bear left, huh? Yikes. But there haven't been, like, they've added some story missions, but there haven't been any, like, huge changes. Like, it's not like it's a different game or anything. It's just more polished and more content. The basics are in place now, and it's just adding content. Man, I am getting destroyed by these guys. But I guess we'll probably end it here anyway. Let's see how this fight resolves, and then we'll VG musicologist asks, is all of your music in now, or some of it's still unused? There's still some music that's not in the game because there's a lot of later parts of the game that just haven't been implemented, like final boss and like things like that just aren't there yet. So yeah, spoiler alert, the music in the soundtrack, if you get the soundtrack on Bandcamp, has stuff in it that you're not going to hear in the game until the final release. But I hear it's supposed to be pretty soon, so final release, I mean. Oh my god. 16 hit points. Let's do this. Are we gonna survive? Oh my god. Still alive. Oh, no, never mind. We died. Party's lost. I should have leveled up a bit before I went on that mission. This game over music is another one of my favorite tracks. Loading. I actually don't know what happens when your party dies. It might just sit on the loading screen. Maybe we found a bug. Oh, there we go. Anyway, thanks everyone for joining. You guys, if you guys have any other questions, let me know before we end the stream. This was fun. Hey, maybe I'll give out a couple more soundtrack keys. Two more. Oh, interesting. This music is not supposed to be in this part of the game. I'll have to talk with them about that. Rachosaurus wrecked. No more game keys. That's all I got. I got them from the developers to give away, but didn't get many. But you know, there'll definitely be another episode of Overdub, and I will be playing more StarCrawlers at some point. The next episode of Overdub is October 7th. And we will be playing I'll be playing FTL, I think. And I'll give away copies of the soundtrack. And tomorrow, we're doing more Legend of Grimrock. And that'll be Joe and I. No Anton. Anton is gone, although it is Anton's birthday today. So you should should find Anton on Twitter and wish him a happy birthday. He's over in the UK with Media Molecule. Well, anyway, if there are no other questions, thanks everybody for joining, and I will see you guys tomorrow, hopefully. If not that, some other time. Hey, you're welcome. See you guys later.